All right, good Tuesday morning. We are live on Ken's 5 right now, talking all things weather. Take a look outside. We have a mostly clear day expected. Temperatures are going to be hot. Expect that as well. It's going to be a sunny day with daytime highs expected like in the mid-90s with humidity a little bit more than that. Because remember, these last several weeks have brought in a lot of rain, and that's led to more soil moisture. The leftover rain also increases the humidity. So air temperature is not bad, 94, 95 this afternoon. But when you factor in that high humidity value, it's going to feel like 100 to 101, and some spots even higher than that. So it's going to be a hot and clear and sunny day. Outside right now, it is a beautiful start to our Tuesday. Temperature is not bad right now, but again, later this afternoon, going to get a little hot. If you're doing any traveling, you know, summer officially starts on Friday, June 20th. And if you're doing any traveling across the states, looks great. Lubbock and West Texas going to be extremely hot. They're expecting forecast daytime highs in the hundreds. El Paso, Lubbock expected to be at 104 to 106 today. San Antonio right around 94 to 95. Similar numbers up the I-35 corridor. Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, mid-90s. And a little cooler, if you will, in Houston and maybe Corpus Christi, but not by much because the farther you go towards the Texas coast, the higher the humidity goes as well. So going to be a very hot forecast in our local area, so get ready for that. But yeah, if you're doing any traveling across the state this week, going to be pretty warm. Let's go to the next graphic. Here's radar. Notice that not much is happening. There is a couple of clouds you're seeing on satellite, but a mostly sunny day is expected. 84 degrees, south winds at 17 miles an hour, so a little breezy out there as well. Dew point at 70, so it's reflecting a very tropical atmosphere. Mid-80s across the region. It is very warm. 84 at Helotes, 84 at Devine, 88 at Lavernia. There's some bad data to our south and west. So don't look at that. I mean, anywhere from Carrizo Springs, it looks like it's very, very different. But again, that's bad data. 88 in Eagle Pass, 91 at Cotulla, 88 in George West. Factor in the high dew point. It feels like 90 already in Pleasanton and similar numbers across our southern counties. Here's what you can expect today. There may be 1 or 2 showers towards Houston, but our forecast stays mostly dry. Expect mid-90s this afternoon under a mostly sunny sky. Tomorrow morning, a couple of clouds overhead, and then rinse and repeat. Now, if you're wondering, is it going to be, you know, triple-digit heat into the first weekend of summer? We're not expecting that. Matter of fact, this next 6 to 10 days looks pretty seasonal. And when we say seasonal, it just means normal, and our average high this time of year is typically in the lower to middle 90s. So don't expect, you know, any intense heat waves to move in our area, but the farther northeast you go towards like Ohio, the Midwest, anywhere from Florida to Minnesota and the far northeastern coast of the United States, that's where they're expecting above average heat. So a large area, a huge heat wave is probably going to likely push into that part of the country through the weekend and late next week as well. And a complete opposite towards the West Coast, right? Towards Nevada, Arizona, Idaho, Montana. They're expecting a lot cooler on the opposite side of the country. And in Texas, it's pretty much split, where San Antonio, again, you know, lower to middle 90s in the afternoon, which is not bad, considering that we can get into the hundreds this time of year. So average heat, seasonal heat is expected for the next 10 days. All right, so tropics are not active, not so much in the Atlantic. In the Pacific they are, but no immediate threats. However, whatever forms in the Bay of Campeche, which right now, it's mostly just going to be a tropical area of rain. We're not expecting anything to spin up, unfortunately. We could use some of that rain across the Rio Grande and deep South Texas with the drought continuing. But if whatever enters the Gulf will move back into Mexico probably by Thursday and Friday, and that may swing in some moisture, some cloud cover, and some isolated scattered showers Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So most of the rain that forms, if anything at all, later in the week, again by Thursday afternoon, Friday, will be primarily along the coast. So take a look. You can see as we fast forward to Thursday and Friday, some very widely scattered showers is possible, where some of the forecast guidance is indicating maybe a quarter of an inch of rainfall in some coastal areas. Some of those might try to make their way up towards San Antonio and Austin and up I-35, but most of the rain, if anything forms, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday will be mostly coastal. Big story though is the humidity. Feels like temperatures 102 to 103 Tuesday, Wednesday, and likely Thursday. We have the chance for rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But again, just to reiterate, it's primarily towards the Texas coast with daytime highs not bad. Again, lower 90s, a lot better than lower 100s. Summer officially starts on Friday, June 20th, and daytime highs not expected to get that hot. 93 on Saturday and about 93 on Sunday.